You feed your cat twice a day, you scoop the litter box, you buy the expensive treats, and still, some quiet part of you wonders whether your cat actually loves you back. I'm going to be honest with you the same way I've had to be honest with families in my exam room for years. Most of the ways we try to show a cat we love them mean almost nothing to the cat, and a few of them are quietly teaching your cat to keep their distance from you. The 7 habits I'm about to give you each take less than 60 seconds a day. Do them, and your cat won't just tolerate you. Their brain will start releasing the very same bonding chemistry it normally saves for its own family. Stay with me all the way to the 7th, because there's one spot on your cat's face that does more for that bond than petting, treats, or toys ever could, and I promise you are not touching it the way you should be. I'm Dr. Sarah Bennett, and I have spent more hours than I can count with a stethoscope pressed to cats who were perfectly healthy on paper and quietly miserable in real life. Well-fed, up-to-date on every vaccine, and still hiding under the bed, still swatting, still going outside the litter box. 9 times out of 10, it was not a medical problem at all. It was a communication problem. These were animals living with people who loved them to pieces and were accidentally speaking the wrong language. Cats do not read love the way we hand it out. They read it in rhythm, in scent, in body language, and in a small handful of signals that we are about to walk through together, one by one. For years, families kept asking me the very same thing. Doctor, can you just write all of this down in one place for us? So I finally did. I gathered every one of my daily bonding routines, my feeding schedules, my play sequences, and my full step-by-step body language guide into one simple resource, and you can grab it at the link in the description or in the pinned comment below. If you have ever felt like there is an invisible wall between you and your cat, that guide is the thing that quietly takes it down, brick by brick. Now let us get into it. Number 1, answer your cat every single time they talk to you. Here is something that surprises almost everyone I tell it to. Adult cats living in the wild barely meow at one another at all. Kittens meow to their mother, and then they mostly grow out of it. The meowing your cat aims at you was invented, developed on purpose, specifically for humans. Somewhere along the way, your cat figured out that you are the one species that responds to sound, so they built an entire private vocabulary just for you. Researchers have documented that cats can produce well over 100 different vocal sounds, while dogs top out at around 10. And a study published in 2023 cataloged 276 distinct feline facial expressions. This is not a simple little animal making random noise. This is a creature actively trying to hold a conversation with you. So hold it. Every time your cat meows, answer back with a short, soft word, the same one each time, and then pause, like the two of you are taking turns. When your cat trills or chirps, that rising little sound is pure affection they learned from their mom, so trill right back. What you are really doing is teaching your cat that their voice works on you, that reaching out always earns a warm reply. Cats who get answered talk more, approach more, and stay closer, because to a cat, being listened to is where trust begins. Number 2, give your cat something to climb and change it just a little every day. If your cat could hand you one complaint about your home, it would probably be that the whole thing is too flat. Cats are built to feel safe by getting up high, above the action, where they can see everything coming and nothing can sneak up behind them. A cat with no vertical space is a cat carrying a low hum of stress around all day long, and stress is the quiet enemy of affection. So give them height. A cat tree, a cleared-off shelf, the top of a bookcase, a sturdy window perch, anything that lets them look down on their whole world. Ideally, you want more perching spots than you have cats, so nobody has to compete for the good ones. But here is the part almost everyone misses, the part that turns a shelf into a bond. Rotate it. Every day, fluff a blanket, open the blinds to a fresh view, move a perch to a new window, add one new safe smell. Cats crave novelty that still feels safe, and a territory that shifts just slightly keeps their hunting brain awake without ever tipping into fear. When you become the one who makes their world both safe and interesting, you stop being furniture and start being the best part of their day. Number 3, greet your cat the way another cat actually would. When you walk through the door, what do you usually do? Most of us loom over the cat, reach down from way up high, and go straight for the top of the head. Understand what that looks like from below. A large shape descending from above is the exact silhouette of a predator swooping in. So do the opposite. Get low, crouch down or sit on the floor, bring yourself to their level, and hold out one relaxed hand a few inches away from them. Then watch their tail, because the tail never lies. A tail carried straight up with a soft little curl at the very tip is your cat's clearest, most honest hello. It means, I am glad you are here, I trust you. When that tail goes up, you have been welcomed in. Greet your cat low and let them close the last few inches themselves, and you are suddenly speaking fluent cat. You are telling them, I am not a threat, I am your friend, and I will always let you decide. Do that at every single reunion, and your cat will start trotting to the door to meet you, tail up like a little flag, every time you come home. Number 4, feed your cat like a hunter, not like a machine. Out in the wild, your cat's ancestors ate somewhere between 8 and 20 tiny meals a day, and every one of them had to be earned with a hunt. Their whole nervous system is wired around a single loop. Hunt, catch, eat, groom, sleep. When we drop one big bowl down twice a day, we delete the entire front half of that loop and leave a natural hunter with absolutely nothing to hunt. So put the loop back in. Once a day, right before a meal, run a real play session for 5 to 10 minutes. Let your cat stalk, chase, and finally catch that toy, and then feed them the moment they win. That order matters. Hunt, then eat, satisfies something ancient in them, and it is exactly why cats so often groom themselves and then drop into their deepest sleep right after dinner. And here is a tiny trick that costs you nothing. Warm the food up. Cats judge a meal almost entirely by smell, and real prey arrives at body temperature, right around 100 degrees. Food straight out of the fridge is nearly scentless to a cat. Set it out 15 or 20 minutes early, or stir in a tablespoon of warm water, and watch how differently they dig in. You have just handed your cat the single most satisfying moment of their whole day, and their body will forever tie that feeling back to you. Number 5, leave your scent right where your cat sleeps. This one takes zero effort, and the beautiful part is that it keeps working even while you are gone. Your cat lives inside a world built far more out of smell than out of sight, and the single most reassuring scent in their entire universe is yours. So put it to work for you. Take a t-shirt you have already worn, one that still carries your smell, and lay it down in your cat's favorite resting spot. Do not wash it first. The smell is the whole point. When you head out for the day, that shirt becomes a little piece of you standing guard, and cats left with their owner's scent show measurably less stress and far less of that frantic, over-the-top greeting when you finally walk back in. Over time, your cat will start choosing that exact spot on purpose, curling into your scent and slowly blending it with their own until the two of you smell like one single shared family. That mixed smell is, to a cat, the literal definition of home. You are no longer just a person who happens to live there. You have become part of the safest scent your cat knows. Number 6, pet your cat less and ask them more. This may be the hardest habit on the whole list to change because it fights every instinct we have. When we love something, we want to touch it, constantly, everywhere, for as long as we can. To a cat, that is very often simply too much. Behavior researchers who study handling came up with something they call the consent test, and it is beautifully simple. Give your cat 3 slow strokes in a safe area, then stop. Lift your hand clean away, and wait. If your cat leans back in, headbutts your hand, or turns to ask for more, you have their yes, so carry on. If they freeze, flatten their ears, flick the tip of their tail, or simply sit there like a statue, that is a clear no, and respecting that no is the exact thing that builds the trust. Be choosy about where you touch too. The green zones for nearly every cat are the cheeks, right under the chin, and the base of the ears. The red zones are the belly and the base of the tail, no matter how temptingly they roll over and show you that fluffy stomach. When you become the person who always asks first and always stops the second they say stop, your cat quits bracing for your hand. They start actively seeking it out, because for the very first time, the touch is something they get to control. Number 7, the one spot on their face that marks you as family. Way back in number 1, I promised you a spot that does more for your bond than anything else on earth, and here it finally is. Look closely at your cat's face and you will see they are absolutely covered in scent glands, on the cheeks, at the corners of the mouth, and along the sides of the forehead. When your cat rubs their face against a doorway, against your ankles, against the corner of your phone, they are not just being adorable. They are depositing their own facial pheromones, the very same friendly, calming chemical signal a mother cat uses to soothe her newborn kittens. In the world of cats, rubbing that scent onto something says exactly one thing: this is safe, this is mine, this is family. Now here is how you personally get added to that list. Every single day, offer your cat the side of one finger and let them rub their cheek all the way along it, and then gently, slowly, stroke those very same cheeks and the corners of their mouth in return. Watch what happens next. Their eyes go soft and half close, they push their whole face into your hand, and that purr drops into something lower and deeper than the everyday version. What you are doing is trading scent, letting your cat mark you as a permanent part of their safe territory, and it triggers the release of the same bonding chemistry they share only with their own blood kin. That is your cat telling you, at the deepest chemical level they are capable of, you belong to me. No treat, no toy, and no expensive bed on earth will ever say it half as loudly. So there they are, 7 small things, each one under a minute, and every one of them speaks to your cat in the only language that has ever truly mattered to them. Answer them when they talk. Give them height. Greet them low. Feed the hunter inside them. Leave your scent behind. Ask before you ever touch. And trade cheek rubs the way family does. Do these faithfully, day after day, and I promise you the very cat who once watched you warily from across the room will be the one curled up against your leg by the end of the month. One last thing, straight from me to you. I am a veterinarian, but I am not your cat's veterinarian, and nothing in this video is medical advice. If your cat is suddenly hiding, hissing, avoiding the litter box, or seeming off in any way at all, please let your own vet rule out pain or illness first, because sometimes what looks like a behavior problem is really a little body quietly asking for help. Take good care of them, and they will spend the rest of their 9 lives taking care of you.